Welcome to the MSP Corner podcast. Before we kick off our show, we would like to share what our main objective is at the MSP Corner. Our main goal is to help CEOs build profitable and self-sustainable IT service firms. We are not just providing tools for IT firms, we will be sitting in meetings with you to ensure your IT firm stays on track. The first area we are focused on, strategic sales. IT firms are stuck selling technology or IT support. We will provide you with the blueprint so you position your firm as an added value to your prospects. We will have framework on how to sell value so you influence the prospect into selecting your firm. The second area we see many IT firms struggle in is marketing. 90+% of businesses rely on antiquated marketing methods. The most popular choice, word of mouth. We have proven methods on how to attract the ideal prospect. Our framework will include how to become the online authority and be the business influencer for an industry. The third component to our package, scaling. IT firms walk away from opportunities because they lack the bandwidth or skill set to scale. We have lined up reputable businesses so our members can hire on-demand resources that will allow them to scale their business. The fourth area we will offer help in, selecting the right tools. In order to deliver value, you need the right tech stack. Our platform will offer information on products that are the ideal choice for MSPs. The fifth area we will offer help in is with documentation. Templates are a critical component when building an MSP. We will have contracts, proposals, SOWs, collateral, and much more in the template section. You will have every document you need to start up your managed IT service business. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go to our next podcast. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining podcast number 20. The number continues to climb, so I appreciate you guys listening. I am your host, Fernando Leon, and I am joined by my co-host, Gregory Moravietz. And today's topic, we're going to continue with the cold calling because it's getting a lot of downloads. And I know you guys want to hear it's an inexpensive solution. It's free. If you're the CEO and you're willing to make cold calls, if you're willing to make work a little bit longer, a little harder, hey, this can pay off. So we're going to continue with this topic because it can work. You just have to go at it in a very strategic manner. You got to listen. You have to pay attention to, I'm someone that made over 26,000 cold calls. I have a proven method. It's not a silver bullet. I will have to make 200 calls to schedule a meeting. So don't think that, all these sales guys are pitching this service for, and they get a meeting immediately. Yeah, they're BS. That's all I got to say is BS. This is not easy. It's hard, but it can be done. So let's kick this next show off. First thing is you got to have a great database, right? What are you going to use? So we'll touch on that. Now, next is which executive are you going to approach? One of the most important things you have to think about is executives, they want to hear something very valuable within 5 seconds, right? That pitch is going to have some value within 5 seconds. You got to be insightful. You got to be a good listener. So we're going to be talking about this, and the entire goal is to schedule a meeting. But let's quickly touch on the MSP Corner and what our goal is out here is because we've developed this platform so you guys are educated. You understand that you have to do certain things in order to grow your business. And Gregory and I are here to provide you guys with that framework, the information you need to build a business. That's what we're about. That's what we're going to have on the MSP Corner. So you guys have all the tools, all the information, collateral, so you guys build a sustainable IT business because it's not easy. This is challenging. and you're in a very competitive market because you probably have, depends on which city you're in, you're going to have dozens and dozens of competitors. So let's kick this off. Now, which exec are you going to approach, right? You obviously want to start at the top. The CEO is making decisions for the entire organization. His direct reports are coming to him and giving him reports on how everybody's performing, what they're spending. And that's the very first person I would try to get in touch with. If you cannot get in touch with the CEO and you're calling into a 20-person office, it's fair to say the CFO or the office manager will be the decision makers. They are the ones that will be deciding who to work with. So keep that in mind. Start at the top, work your way down, because you don't want to be talking to somebody who doesn't have any power, right? Because if they don't have power to hire you, there is no reason for you to talk to them. And if you're a threat to their position, that's even worse. You shouldn't even be talking to them. They shouldn't even know you exist. So keep that in mind. You have to start at the top. There's just no way around it. So the opening pitch, what are you going to say within less than 5 seconds, right? Because your pitch has to have value. You have to be insightful. And then when you give that pitch and they've given you another 30 seconds, you're going to need to learn to listen. Now, what's a great opening pitch for let's say the medical industry? Let's start with, I'm calling into Tom. I have the CEO's name. I'm just going to start off with, hi, Tom, your time is very valuable. I'll get to the point. We are solving our clients in the medical industry HIPAA and security issues by maintaining the IT environment. Is compliance or security a concern for your firm? If you get to that question, if you get to the end of that paragraph or that sentence, and you get to ask that question, they're going to give you an honest answer. They're going to give you another 2 minutes of what challenges they have, what problems they have. If they're disgruntled, if they're unhappy, they're going to tell you, because they're giving you enough time. They're giving you time from their day. And remember, these people are extremely busy. And if you get them on the phone, take advantage of it, because it is a challenge to get a CEO on a call, even a vice president. So take advantage of that very moment, because it's not easy to do. I've already made, let me see, I'm videotaping myself and I'm already up to 26 cold calls. I've only spoken to one person in 26 cold calls, and they said no already. They're like, nope, we don't need you. We're okay. And hey, that's great. That's fine. They know exactly what they want. They're happy. I didn't catch them at a time when they're unhappy. Now, another pitch would be into let's say the legal industry, right? Because it's going to be a different pitch for a different industry, because obviously they don't have to be compliant. But hey, Tom again is the CEO, and I'm going, hi, Tom, your time is very valuable, so I'll get straight to the point. We have reduced my clients in the legal industry IT costs by 42% within 90 days. Are you happy with the current costs you are paying to have network problems resolved? So you're to the point, you've given some valuable information, you're very specific on what you did, and within a window, right? By you just saying, hey, I save IT departments, or I save my clients 50% on IT costs, and not give a window, that's a big no-no, right? Because everybody wants to hear, well, did that happen in 10 years? Did it happen in a year? Did it happen in 2 years? Right? So you want to be very specific on when they should expect that savings. Another pitch you could do is into the financial industry. Now, the financial industry has to be SOC compliant. So again, Tom is the CEO. Hello, Tom. Your time is very valuable. I'm going to get straight to the point. We are solving our clients in the financial industries SOC 2 and compliance and security issues by maintaining their IT environment. Is compliance or security a concern for your firm? Now, you want to sound natural. You want to sound like you're not reading from a script. So you want to make it your own. I'm going to give you a script, but you have to make it your own. You don't want to sound like you're reading something, because I get a lot of cold calls and I could tell immediately that the person is reading. And why don't you want to sound like you're reading? Because you want to sound competent. You want to sound confident, right? Because it comes out in your words, comes out in your tone. And you also have to remember to always be smiling. You have to smile when you talk to people, because it projects how you feel. It projects who you are. And people want to know, if I thought somebody is calling me, a salesperson is calling me, and they sound down, if they sound depressed or unhappy, I'm going to take it as, why would I be happy with this company? Why would I be happy with their service? This employee is not even happy with what he's selling. So you got to believe in your product. You got to believe in yourself. And this is so critical when you're calling and you're projecting who you are, who your company is, because it's important. You may think just because they can't see your face that they can't tell, but trust me, they can hear it. And smiling is going to play a part in how you project yourself. During this pitch, the main goal is to schedule a meeting, right? Whether it's in person or whether it's in Zoom. That's the ultimate goal, because you're only going to get 5 minutes of the call. You've already intruded on their day. You've already imposed on their time. So don't make it more than 5 minutes, right? You want to get on their schedule. So have your calendar ready. You want to schedule a time to meet with them so you can dive in deeper as to why they're unhappy, what their goals are. And then when you're talking during this whole process, you can guide them on why you are the ideal solution for their organization, because they'll give you more in-depth information. So remember the goal is to schedule a meeting. Now, some of you are thinking, well, where am I going to go get a database for this? Where am I going to go get information on who to call, who to reach out to? Because it's expensive to buy a list. It costs thousands of dollars. It's not cheap. So I have been using a company called Data Genie, and their website is www.data. And I'll spell it out for you. D as in David, A as in Apple, T as in Tom, A as in Apple, A as in Apple, X as in X-ray, L as in Lion, E as in Edward, G as in Genie, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, I as in Igloo, E as in Edward.com. They have amazing lists because you can filter, well, you can target an industry, you can target a specific size of organization, you could target a specific executive, and you can target a specific area. So check them out. They'll give you a trial for a week and play with it. And use that information to call into some executives. I'm recording all of my calls, and I'm going to post it online just so you guys see how tough it is, because it's not easy. And anyone who says, oh, this is easy and you need to have the right pitch and you need to have the right approach, it's like, no, it's not easy. And you've got to make a lot of calls in order to succeed, because this is a numbers game. If you plan on making a sale, don't expect to make a sale for at least 3 to 4 months. That's how long it takes. You're not going to get a meeting the first day, the second day, third day. This is going to take a week to get a meeting. And if you can dedicate 2 to 3 hours a day, you can make this happen. So keep that in mind. Now, Greg, do you have any questions regarding the script, my approach, the database? Because I've already recommended it to another group, and they love it. They loved it, and they're already using it because it's inexpensive and it's very flexible. I mean, you've got a lot of flexibility with this tool, and they loved it. So I don't know if you've checked it out, but it's really cool stuff.
No questions. You're getting it done.
All right. Okay, good. Well, I know that it's just a cold calling is not fun. And let me just make some very I'm gonna get a little hippy dippy here. You got to have a very positive mind. You got to be in a very positive state because this is a game of rejection. This is a life of rejection. If you don't have the thick skin or the attitude to accept no's or to accept rejection, you're going to fail. So I want to prepare you to be in that mindset. You got to have a positive mindset. You got to be confident. And no one's going to bite you. No one's going to jump out of the phone and bite your head off. They might get a little irritated that you called, and they might yell at you. Who cares? What do words do? Words don't do jack. So keep that in mind. Your business is your livelihood. It's your future. And you can't let anybody get in the way of that. You have to think of, what do I need to do to build a successful IT company? And you know what? It's like paying your dues. You got to pay your dues, man. I made tech cold calls for 11 years and it paid off. I mean, it took a long time to schedule those meetings, and I was calling during the worst of times in the United States. We had just the .com had just that bubble had just burst. 9/11 occurs 3 months later. It was a economic disaster for me. It was the worst time to start. But you know what? It just made me stronger. The rejection is like fuel. So you got to treat rejection and no's like fuel to it's the fuel to your fire. So keep that in mind. You got to be in a great mindset. You got to be in a great space. You got to have a great database. Because if you keep calling companies and the person in the contact list isn't there, it's another uphill battle. So accurate information is going to be key in your success, because it's not easy. Like I know I keep repeating myself that cold calling is not easy, but you got to have a great database. Now, one thing that I want to emphasize and why we started the MSP Corner is because we see a lot of struggles in IT firms. We see that you guys struggle with marketing. You struggle with selling value. You struggle with picking tech stacks. You struggle with resources. Let's say you have a meeting and they say yes. They're like, hey, Jimmy, you fit perfectly into our plans. Let's get this in place. So you got a great win. Now, you may not have the resources to have a resource, let's say in another state. Well, when you come to the MSP Corner, we're going to have resources like that available to you. I'm going to push you guys to implement SEO plans, right? You want online marketing plans. You want to get in the mindset of driving traffic to your site so clients or potential clients find you. But I don't mind making these cold call podcasts because they are helpful. They are, and if you have a limited budget, it's a great option for you to have. And just dedicate 2-3 hours a day to making cold calls. Don't be watching Game of Thrones during the day. Make cold calls. Don't be playing your X game or your Xbox or whatever it is. I don't play digital games, or video games, so I have no idea what they're called, but I know my nephew has an Xbox, so don't play. Give Xbox a break. You want to build a business, you want to get serious, you want to be serious about life, you want to be a serious CEO, make some cold calls. I can guarantee you that all CEOs have made cold calls. And if you are a CEO of your IT firm, get on that phone, stop being lazy, make sacrifices, and don't be afraid of some no's. Don't be afraid of rejection. You got to get on that phone and you got to start making calls. All right. I'm off my soapbox. So again, I'm going to give you that address of www.dataaxlegenie.com. DATAAXLEGENIE.com. Go try it out for free. It's only, I think, $200 a month if you sign up. Great information. And we're going to have a future webinar with them because they have, there's so much more they have to offer. It's just not a database of information. They have other features that will help you build email campaigns and integrate with your email engine. So, but for those who have not joined the MSP Corner, because I'm done, this is I'm wrapping it up here. Go to the mspcorner.com and join our group. Go to Facebook. Go to find us at the MSP Corner on Facebook. Find us there. Email me info@mspcorner.com. I'll happily respond to any questions. But thank you for listening, and don't forget to again sign up, be a member. Please share our link with the CEO who will find our podcast beneficial to their business. So that's a wrap. Greg, anything?
No, you did great.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening. And don't forget to sign up to be a member on www.mspcorner.com. Please share our link with a CEO who will find our information beneficial to their business. Have an awesome day.